So, this is my first video. I needed more than a minute to speak. I have a few books. I have a lot of books, but I have 4 books that I would like to consider. I have the New International Version Bible, and I have the New King James Version Bible, and I have a book called The Science of the Mind by Ernest Holmes. I don't know who that is. I don't know what his importance is, but this book is fairly interesting. It has a daily reading plan in it, so I figure I'm just gonna read that. Not today. I'm not in the mood today, but I mean, I got this thing for $10 off Facebook Marketplace. It's not like I never had heard of it before, but it caught my eye. And then I am not traditionally Christian. I go to a Baptist church. I like the people. I like the environment. My pastor preaches very well, and I learn a lot from the Bible. I'm not going to preach. I'm just going to use it to reflect. And in addition to that, I have a copy of the Bhagavad Gita. And this one was actually pretty cool too. It's very similar to a lot of the stuff that's in the Bible. Text 22. I don't know how to say it in Sanskrit, which is what it's originally written in. I don't know how to do that. I speak English. I've always spoken English. That's what I'm going to read it in. Now, this is not a literal translation. Just like the Bible, there are mistranslations. But this has the original Sanskrit proverbs in it. So, I mean, I guess I could put it in, like, the description of the video what the actual, like, word-for-word translation is. But what they have in the book, for number 22, a person puts on new garments, giving up the old ones. The soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones. I don't know if you read the Bible. I don't care if I don't know if you care about the Bible. That's pretty much in the Bible. Like that whole phrase, there's like multiple parts where it's like you don't use a piece of old fabric to patch up a new clothing, or you don't use old wineskins to hold new wine, or something like that. It's something like that. I mean, you can Google it, if you're really that interested. But yeah, I don't know. That's all I can talk about right now. I mean, I'm surrounded by clutter. I'm a little distracted. I'm a little nervous, to be honest with you. I'm sober. If I was drinking, I wouldn't be doing this in the first place, but hypothetically, this would be easier. No. Because what's easy temporarily makes things a lot harder down the line. So, yeah, I'm not really sure where I was going with that. It just kind of popped out. But I got my TV going with my mood setting that I fall asleep to. I got my backup phone to help me record videos. And I got boxes. That's all I got right now. Packing up my room. Hoping I get my dog tomorrow. And that's it. That is it, and that is all for now. I'll post this, and I have an Instagram, but I'm not going to post these videos on the Instagram. They won't fit. So I'll put the little sneak peeks, the little like snippets on my Instagram, and it'll be a summary, if you will, of progress, of change, of what's going on in my life, and whatever I'm talking about. But for tonight, I'm tired. And I still gotta write in my journal, so I guess I better come up with something quick. Let's start with something to leave off on. I don't know, let's ask ChatGPT. Yeah, I don't wanna hear about the AI thing, okay? Do you see anybody else to ask? And it's not exactly like this goes 2 ways. It can, if you leave a comment, as weird as that feels to say. If you leave a comment, I will read what you say, and we can get into it. I am a lot smarter than I come off as. I have no idea how to explain what I was about to say, but I can deep dive into a lot of things. Trust. So, this is going to be a completely unrelated thought, by the way. This self-reflection, there's nothing really to go off of here, so I'm legitimately gonna read whatever ChatGPT tells me is an option and feels right. So perfect, we got a good one. We got 2 good ones so far. Let's see. Messy but moving forward. I don't have everything figured out. I'm figuring me out. That matters. I'm learning to be honest about the mess without letting it define my entire story. One day, today will make sense, and until then, I am choosing to keep going. I like that. Honestly, this might be something I open with in the future rather than closing with, or both. Why not both? My life's a train wreck. My life is a train wreck, and I'm not gonna ever fill everybody in on the gory little details of my personal life because it's unnecessary. But I'm not in the greatest of situations. Who really is? I'm moving. I've got 2 weeks to move. Getting a dog. This has been planned out for months, and it's just terrible timing. Broke my ankle recently. Stopped drinking. I'm not gonna stop smoking because one thing at a time. Okay. But despite everything I've been through, because I've seen a lot, heard a lot, done a lot, survived a lot, and I'm here. I'm not going in circles anymore. It's not the spiral of the tree trunk, if you know that analogy. Right? Because the spiral, something comes in and disrupts it. It leaves a mark, and then you have to go around it. And this is a terrible image, but I don't know how to. Let me see if I can. I'll grab a pencil or something. I know I said I was going to end the video, but I'm just going with the flow here. Okay, bear with me. So this is the idea of the spiral. Life is a tree trunk. Life's timeline grows like a tree trunk. So we start in the middle. That's a point. You can't even see it, but we'll see it in a second. You start as a point, and you move outward in a spiral, right? So, if something comes along at point whatever and interrupts your cycle, you don't die. You don't stop. You just go around it. And every time you go around it, it gets a little less prominent. And eventually, you return to your same spiral, right? I am nowhere near spirals right now. I've done that. Been there, done that. This is the cycles, right? It takes a certain amount of time for these cycles of life, these seasons of life, if you will. Yeah, I'm not sure what is going on in my life or my soul or my anything, but mine is going that way. Dipping. Whatever I used to be, do, feel, think, all that, gone. Out the window. And I do not even think the same way. I sound the same. For the most part, I look the same. But I am not the same. And that's okay. And it is a mess. And it is not going to be easy. And it has been nothing but hard. But it's not impossible. And despite the fact that it's hard, it still feels good. And now that I have beelined away from old patterns and cycles, there have been a lot of validations. I don't like to consider them coincidences. I don't believe that anything is a coincidence. But validations. There have been a lot of things. Well, the running joke for me and my friends is I'm a witch, right? Because I've got my Nordic tattoos and I've got all this symbolism on my chest tattoos, like all these things. And I joke about it, but it's not a joke. It's a joke because of the word. But what I'm pointing out is my ability to notice divine validation. And the validation that I have been receiving recently, as ridiculous as this sounds, has finally been positive. Because there have been evils in my life. There have been some terrible, terrible things in my life that I noticed I was still getting validation for. And it was very discouraging to know that I was on the wrong path. And I was continuing to be on the wrong path. And I kept having these events pop up and show me I was on the wrong track. Because I just couldn't figure out how to get out of it, how to escape it. It was the cycles. And it was the same over and over and over and over again. It was the same rotations, the same seasons, on the wrong path. But now that I have completely veered away from that, I've become someone almost entirely new. I'm finally getting positive validations. Things are going right. Things feel right. And they hurt. They're sad. I've been crying a lot. But it's a relief. It's a relief. And I don't want this video to get super long-winded, so I'm going to cut it. I'm going to rewatch this, and hopefully at some point I'm not going to start off with the first 10 minutes being me just awkwardly fumbling my words. But I'm working on communicating. I feel like being able to look at myself and speak and acknowledge that there is potential for external input, it can be helpful. Can be. I'm not saying it's going to be. I'm not expecting to blow up or go viral or whatever the goal is for people on the internet nowadays. But I just want to yap. And we yap with the potential of being heard. Because realistically, I call my best friend my wife. I am on the phone with that woman all the time. And I'd say solid 25% to 30% of the time, she's not even listening to me, which is fine, because I'm still talking. That's just how I am. So whether I get comments or views or likes or whatever, irrelevant. I'm not doing this to be popular. I've already said it in my first video. It's a reel, but I don't really consider that. Like, different. It's all recording media. But, like I said, I'm not doing it to be pretty. I'm not doing it for clout. I'm not doing it to get paid. I'm just here to record. I'm just here to keep a history of my thoughts, of the events in my life, of my changing. That's it. And like, realistically, isn't that the point of a vlog? That's what the internet used to be. That's what people used to do. It was never to change other people or influence other people. It was just sharing your existence with people. And that's just what I'm trying to do. Plain and simple. Again, not that deep. Anywho, I will definitely be posting videos, pictures, whatever, tomorrow. Either way. But hopefully on a more positive level, a more like cheerful level, because I am hoping that I finally get to go pick up my dog tomorrow. And P&B, Penny, and my dog, Brandy. So, there's the tea for today, and that's it. I'm out.